Such a
Hi,
joy
Monica.
to have you for Confab, a special initiative started by My Big Brand Story to share unique narratives and compelling brand stories.
Thank you, Monica. It's a pleasure being part of the Confab story.
Lovely. So, Arnaud, I just want to understand from you, what does La Ritual mean?
Yes. Uh, so, Monica, it's a very interesting story. We wanted our brand name to resonate with the company ethos and philosophy. Uh, and we wanted something to strike on an international chord. It was quite difficult. I mean, it was a task for us to narrow down on the brand name, but nonetheless, Le Ritual immediately struck a chord with the entire team. In a broad sense, it represents all things good. So when I say all things good, it could be your daily routine, it could be your meditation, it could be your skincare routine, or cleansing of the heart, mind, and soul. So this is what Le Ritual as a brand stands for.
So you mean to say it's like we like I am following a particular daily ritual. So you're saying that it is following a certain ritual, which could be the way you said, it could be your skin regime, or it could be meditation, or it could be XYZ, like fitness regime. So it is something around that kind of a thought
Yes,
process.
yes, absolutely right. So it's everything that one should resonate with. So when we say ritual, it should be something that you do very religiously in your life, and something that is very healthy and very good for you. So it could be plain and simple, just following a good healthy diet, or taking your morning walks very religiously. So this is what we wanted the brand to be standing for, and I think so far we have had great success since we have launched on this.
Oh, lovely, lovely. So the idea was to somewhere make this brand part of your daily routine and
Correct.
have a seamless integration in your daily rituals that you follow. It could be any ritual which you follow, because ritual is obviously, the way you said, it's about having sanctity around a particular thing. You're following it religiously, you're following it with all your heart, mind, body, that
Yes.
kind of a thing that you wanted to have. And
Yes, you well summarized it, Monica.
yeah, yeah, lovely, lovely. So I have seen your products. They are following the best standards. Could you tell us something more about the kind of thought process you had when you came up with the product range? Because I believe, in terms of the uniqueness, or in terms of how it these products are standing out, I think there was a thought process. I remember, I was having a discussion with your co-founder Nutan, and she was telling me that you know uh, there is a lot of thought process that has gone behind. You have done a lot of research and you have come up with these products. um, Tell us, what makes it unique, what makes it different, and why should anybody pick up Le Ritual products? So what makes it different?
Yes. Good you asked this question. I mean, that's where actually in this cluttered market is where we need to stand out. So, what was the research that we found out was that, especially our co-founders who are from New Zealand, while they were there, they realized when they came back to India is there's dearth of good products in India. And what do you mean by good products? Where especially where skincare is concerned, because we have the best of international brands in India, and they still aren't able to cater to the needs of the people uh, to which they can manage. Now, what do I mean exactly by this is I would take a slightly different take. So, brands get away with something called as greenwashing. Now, what is greenwashing? So we've written a blog about it, but then I would take this opportunity over here to elaborate. So greenwashing is nothing but when a brand speaks about natural ingredients and extract from nature, but does nothing of the sort, but only believes in getting all the toxic ingredients into your skincare routine. Now, we feel that why should anyone be exposed to toxic ingredients when your skin is as it should be equally taken care of, not only your face but your entire body, as much as you eat. So you wouldn't want to put any toxic stuff inside your body, right, while you're eating. Similarly, why should you apply anything that is toxic? And that's where this thought was born, and we thought that why not give India the best of the products. So when we say best of products, we decided that we should only go for the highest standards. So when I say highest standards, all our ingredients, I mean, you asked me what is unique,
Yeah.
all our ingredients are EcoCert certified. So what do I mean by EcoCert certified? Is that it's the highest golden standards in the global market. So be it the US, the Northern America, or the Asia Pacific, or the Korean standard, the EcoCert certification is considered the highest, and that's what we are also following right now. We've launched two products, which is the face serum and the under eye serum. Both have got ingredients which are having EcoCert certified ingredients and absolutely not greenwashed. So we thought that we'll get the best of the ingredients from the world which are EcoCert certified and bottle them in a jar, yes, and present it to our country, which is India. We thought that people should be exposed to. I mean, you have certain brands, of course, but none of them are EcoCert certified, except there's one brand, Juicy Chemistry. But other than that, there's no EcoCert certified brand in India. That's where our brand, our products stand out. Now, what should your product do apart from being EcoCert certified? So our formulations work in such a way that they not only drive results, because results is important. I mean, the moment you apply it on your face or on under eye, the blemishes have to disappear. But the serum that we have launched works on the inner layer of the skin, and that's
Lovely.
our potency, and that's how our uniqueness stands. An important fact is that we have, I mean, I don't know how this happened, but quite a huge profile of our customer base is doctors. So
Oh,
quite a few
lovely.
doctors actually subscribe for our products. What has worked? I mean, we haven't. I mean, we tried with the doctor. They said that no, it has given us results, and just not me saying it. We've seen results with the doctors. I mean, every month we have few doctors which pick up a product. So definitely a clinically proven ingredients which gives you results. I mean that this speaks volumes of about why somebody should go for our products, and it's not just we have to say it, and it's the word of mouth actually which is helping us right now. This is a phenomenon we are experiencing across India, right from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari. I'm not saying from tip to tip, but yes, that's a fact.
Lovely. That's amazing. And I think the way you are also trying to have a scalability in your model, that you've gone online and you're serving your
Yes.
clients online. I think that's the scalable model that you're following, and that's how you want to reach to a bigger chunk in the country.
Yes, yes. Considering that, I mean, we launched in July 2020, which was right in the midst of COVID. We thought that, chalo, ab nahi to kabhi nahi.
I agree.
And it had to be done. So we thought that if we thrive through this, I mean, if we ride through this difficult time, and if we have a success story to carve out, then definitely we'll build a long runway for a success afterwards. So we are seeing good success, and uh, thanks to COVID, I mean, unfortunately, it's not a good scenario, but thanks to COVID, digital e-commerce has gone through the roof, and
Right.
this route has actually helped us to reach nook and corner. Of course, it can't replace brick and mortar presence,
Right.
The reason being, brick and mortar actually gives you the experience and the feel of it.
Yeah, touch and
But
feel.
what does e-commerce do is that it allows you to reach a wider audience in a very short span of time. And
Mm-hmm.
hence this has actually helped us in a great deal. And thanks to social media. I mean, though, I don't advise people so much to be on social media, but social media has helped us in a big way, because that's where actually the brand got built, the trust got built, and the confidence. I mean, with for a new brand which nobody has ever seen or witnessed, to try it out, exemplary performance by the social media platforms. So I
Lovely,
say
lovely.
yes.
Lovely, lovely. And I've seen your social media handles, and I myself follow them because I was so, enthused by this entire thought process when I, happened to have a interaction with your co-founders. So I one that time, I think the country was going through another wave that was Atmanirbhar Bharat,
Yes.
vocal for local. I feel that way. You guys are manufacturing it in the country itself.
We purely decided it has to be a made in India brand, and go exponential in the globe. So we wanted to showcase that India has the capability to take on the biggies of the world. So we've started right here in India. We manufacture in India. Of course, our ingredients are sourced from around the globe. So they would, some of them would come down from Spain, some come from US. We have couple of ingredients which come from Morocco. So name the parts of the world, and we have the ingredients. But yes, they are all formulated here, manufactured here, and yes, we for us, India is a primary market. So we are currently catering only to the Indian market.
Lovely, lovely. That's something that I love about your brand, because we need to have more such entrepreneurs like you who take up this challenge of starting something which is purely Indian, and then uh, giving it to the globe out there and saying that yes, it's our product. Indians can do it. It's such a great thing to know that how your vision to make a product which is made in India and serve your customers globally. I think that's phenomenal. That kind of makes this entire story so unique and so powerful, that how you didn't want to compromise on quality. Because yes, I understand, as an entrepreneur you have pressures when it comes to managing your top lines and bottom lines, and somewhere you feel kind of squeezed to get uh, your quality levels here and there. You compromise on your quality because you want to manage your bottom lines. I think that's incredible. How you have taken a stance that you wouldn't want to compromise on your quality. I think that's phenomenal. So I'm sure while you're crafting this entire story and you're planning to introduce this product in the Indian market, you would have come across various challenges, right from
Yes.
where to set up the unit, who to have in the team, where to start, like from where to start the distribution. I'm sure you would have all these challenges. Could you just elaborate a little bit on
Yes,
that?
absolutely. Where the team size is concerned, we are a very lean team. It's only the
Lovely.
founders. And thanks to the startup scenario in India, things have got a little more easier for everyone. Yes, and a made in India concept is truly going to keep rocking. So the biggest challenge, undoubtedly, as I said earlier, was launching in the midst of COVID. That was a big challenge for us, but we thought we should rise up to the challenge and go ahead with this. And it has reaped results for us. The second biggest challenge was, I mean, since we are into the D2C space, and especially the skincare, where there are a lot of players into this space, and that was one big challenge. How do we break the clutter? So we realized that yes, first thing is the pre-launch and the launch period would be a very critical phase, especially for a new brand. That's where we took utmost care that we give in the right product, we give in the best of ingredients, as you rightly put just a while earlier, saying that there should be no compromise on the kind of quality of ingredients and the product that is dished out. So there has been no compromise on that. And yes, thanks to the e-commerce platforms, we were able to smooth sail through it. Uh, Unfortunately, due to COVID, probably yes, things took a little bit of time on the e-commerce platforms to get listed, but nonetheless, we managed to do that, and we are growing every day.
Lovely.
Our footprints on the e-commerce platform is growing every day for us. So we are doing that on a regular basis.
Lovely, lovely. It's good to know that an Indian brand is making its mark in this space, which is quite challenging. There are established brands, as you rightly said, and they have deep pockets as well because they have been there in this space for longer time. So you have to challenge them. You have to create your own unique brand story by doing things differently because you can't follow the same game.
Yes.
The same
Uh,
game.
an interesting thing for us was that they are still into the toxic space. So I wouldn't want to name the brands, but then
I agree.
everybody is aware of it.
Hmm.
They are all international brands, Indian brands as well, which are talks. But they are all, I mean, consciously taking a step towards moving into the natural domain,
Hmm, hmm, hmm,
and
hmm.
that's where we are there. So we are also sitting there, playing our cards right.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Any plans to introduce more SKUs in
Yes.
the coming
Uh,
future?
Yeah, we actually have FDA approvals for 4 more products. We have an entire pipeline of 12 SKUs for the next 1 year. Of
Lovely.
course, they would be the plans would be pushed a bit because of COVID. We would want the COVID scenario to actually calm down.
Hmm,
Only
hmm,
then we
hmm.
would be launching it. So we currently have only the women's range. Going forward, we will also have the men's and the babies range,
Oh,
which would be
lovely.
in the near future,
Right.
probably in year 3 or maybe second half of the year 2 is where we plan to introduce those. So we have all our SKUs, we have everything chalked out. Only thing is we want the COVID scene to actually normalize.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. I understand. So, because I'm sure the kind of marketing initiatives that you would like to do that might involve some kind of offline and online blending of things. So there, you would want that COVID kind of settles down, then
Yes,
you can have a better outreach in terms of connecting with
absolutely.
your larger audience. Right, right, right. I understand. Lovely. It's amazing to know the way your brand is shaping up, the way the numbers are improving. It is indeed, you know, interesting to see an Indian brand reaching where it is deserved to reach. Lovely. Okay, so what are the interesting learnings that you would like to share with the budding entrepreneurs who would like to, start something as interesting as you have?
Yes. I would want to keep it very simple. Uh, if you have the fire, dream big, uh, defy the odds, uh, pursue and persist. Result and success will definitely follow. I mean, all you have to do is give it your best shot.
Lovely. Thank you so much. It was such a joy to have you for our Confab series, and especially know that what it takes to uh, make a brand reach its first milestone, second milestone, and the nth milestone. which takes the brand to a different level. From our side, we wish you all the success. We would love to have more such interesting conversations with you, and I'm sure the audience has loved the interaction. They have understood, in spite of having all the odds. I love the part when you said, July was the peak of COVID, and then you had to take up a decision, and you took up the decision of launching the product. And if the product performs in the toughest times, it can perform anytime. Lovely.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Truly said.
It's
Thank you, Monica, and thank you to your team as well. Wish you great success as well.
Thank you so much.